Welcome to Mama Cat's Home. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about goals and words of the year and stuff like that. Okay, so last year, if you've been watching me for a while, or actually the last 2 years, I have set some goals for the coming year, and I have had a word of the year for the coming year and things like that. So I want to talk about first the word of the year. Last year, well actually the year before, I cannot remember what my word of the year was. But this past year, or for 2019, my word of the year was intentional. And I can tell you that being my word of the year really took me places. Because not everything I did, but I tried to be more intentional about everything I could that I did during 2019. And I know the year's not over yet, but you know, it's just a few more weeks. But anyway, I tried to be more intentional. I tried to think about why I was doing things. I tried to think about, what my purpose was in what I was doing, or what the purpose was in what was going to happen, and or what was supposed to happen, or whatever. And I tried to understand the reason why I felt certain ways and I did things certain ways and all of those types of things. So I was much more thoughtful and intentional about things in my life. Because of that, it helped me start one of my goals for the year, and I'll talk about that more in a few minutes. So being more intentional helped me greatly throughout 2019, at least it has so far. So for 2020, I'm thinking I probably need to be intentional then too. But I also think that maybe I need to be a little bit more focused. Maybe focused is not the word, but maybe follow through. Maybe that's it. I need to intentionally follow through with things, because there's been times where I started something and I was like, let's do this, let's get it done, and I was doing it, and even if it was just me, and then I lost a little bit of fire, and it burned down to embers, and it just was like fizzling out, and I quit doing whatever it was I was doing, even if it was helping. And the things I quit weren't that big of a deal, or I would let it go for a little while and then it would pile up. Like my desk, it has been a nemesis for me throughout the whole year. Actually, any flat surface has always been a nemesis for me. And I have found that it's also a nemesis for my husband and children. Any flat surface gets stuff put on it. So this coming year, I'm going to come up with some more organizational things, some more plans, so that maybe my desk can stay nice. Because after it's cleaned and after it's done, it's like, that looks so good. I really am enjoying that. And it'll last for a little while, but then life happens and I don't take time to intentionally put some effort in. So that's going to be one of my things. I think probably, because you guys know I love planners, I think I'm going to set a day every week that I make sure I tidy my desk and any other flat surface in my home after they are tidied, to keep them that way. So I'm going to go on to the next part and how being intentional has helped. You guys know that I said I was going to start the process of decluttering my house. My big thing has always been, if I get rid of it, am I gonna need it? So this year, 2019, what I have done is everything I've gotten rid of, I thought about it before I did. it might have been a less, I would not get rid of these, but I'm just using it as an example. Pick it up and I think, do I really need this? Have I used it in so and so amount of time? That kind of thing. If it's something I haven't used in 6 months and it's not a yearly thing, it goes. If it's something that I have several of, it goes. And I've also made more little rules for myself, like if it can be replaced for $10 or $20 and it's a kitchen item and I have not used it in 6 months, it goes. Stuff like that. So I have been more intentional about the things that I have either given away, and if something was broken, I just threw it away. So I have gotten rid of more things because I put thought into it, and it has helped me a lot. Now, I am nowhere near done decluttering my house. We are still working on it. It will be a work that forever. I mean, as long as you live in a house, you're going to have to declutter. Unless you never bring anything new into the house after it's decluttered, you will always have to declutter. And I don't know anybody in the world who doesn't bring more in. I mean, you're always going to buy new clothes. You're always going to buy something else. You're going to need new shoes, and then you'll have to get rid of your old ones, or, something like that. So being intentional has helped me to really go further with the decluttering process than I thought I would. Like I said, I'm not done, but the things I have done have made me very happy. They have helped me to be freer. I mean, actually, I have went through my closet once. I went through my shoes twice, and I actually went through my dressers once, and I want to do it again. I want to go through all of it again because I know there's things in there that I can get rid of, and I'm going to. But so being intentional has helped with that. I don't even remember all the goals that I had for last year because honestly, whenever we moved my desk, the paper that I had written everything down on, all of that stuff is somewhere over there in a pile of stuff that I need to go through. And I have not gone through those things because they're not important to me right now. And I'm not saying my goals are not important, but a lot of those things that I had on there, I probably wouldn't have gotten through anyway. One of those is I wanted to lose weight. And I have been trying to lose weight for years. I mean, just for years. And I have not been able to. And I know that whenever my thyroid first messed up, a doctor told me you'll have 3 times harder time to lose weight. You won't be able to lose weight and all these things. And honestly, that stuck in my head. It stuck in my head. I always heard that doctor saying, you're not going to be able to lose weight. You'll always be big. You'll, all these different types of things that he told me, which were not true. Instead of him figuring out how to help me to get my body organized, for lack of a better word, he just kind of gave me something that was going to harm me. And he didn't do it on purpose. He was not trying to hurt me. He was just trying to get me to see a reality. But instead, he harmed me on accident. And I have gone to so many different doctors, and different times I have thought, oh, well, this one is going to help, and this one's going to do this. And none of them really have. So, yeah, my goal was to lose weight this year, but it kind of changed to find out why my body is reacting the way it does. Find out why that when I did a food diary that the doctor at that point in time told me I was starving myself fat. And find out why that when I eat a small amount, I still gain weight. Because I don't eat as much as other people do, and I still gain weight. And this is a normal thing for me. I just can't eat a lot. It's like my stomach is smaller or something. And so I can't eat as much as other people do, but I still gain weight. I still hold on to the weight. So whenever my doctor at the time told me that I was starving myself fat, I was like, well, what do? He said, eat more. Well, if I eat more, I get sick. Like, literally, sick. It's bad. He didn't help me, which now the doctor I'm going to, he's done blood tests, he's done different things. He's trying to help me understand my body. I'm not saying he's going to help me. I'm not saying he's going to do everything that I need. I'm not saying anything wonderful about him other than he seems to care. And I haven't been seeing him very long, but it seems like he wants to help me to reach my goals. But before I can reach the goal of losing the weight, which is the main thing that's wrong with my body, well, that's what's causing other problems. Actually, my thyroid is causing the problems, but one of the problems from the thyroid is the weight, and the weight can cause other things. If any of that makes sense. Anyway, he is trying to help me understand my thyroid better. I am studying more about my thyroid. I am being more intentional about learning about this thing in my neck, this little butterfly-shaped gland in my neck that is destroying my brain, that is making me crazy, quite literally sometimes, because it's so confusing. But it's a very complex part of your body, and if you don't understand it, then it can cause a lot of health problems. So now I'm being more intentional about learning more about it. And no, I did not reach my goal. I did not. I mean, you look at me, you know, I did not reach the goal of losing weight. I didn't. We all know that. It's okay. But I did learn more about myself. And I have been learning more about what to do and taking steps. There's actually a diet, I can't remember, what is it called? I've got it on my computer. The AIP diet. And it's not a permanent diet. This is not like a keto or whatever different types of diets there are. It's not like that. This is a diet where you totally cut out certain things like dairy, gluten, all this different stuff. The inflammatory things, you cut those out, because there's a lot of inflammatory foods that we eat. But anyway, you cut it all out, and after your body has detoxed from all of that, you add things back in just a little bit at a time, and you add one thing at a time, like what you would do whenever you start feeding a baby solid foods. You feed them, like, you want to start out with peas. You don't want to feed them peas and carrots and all these other things, because if the baby had a reaction to it, you wouldn't know which one it was. So I'm thinking about doing this. I'm still looking into this diet, and it would help me to understand what foods hurt me and what foods don't. So I'm thinking about doing this. Like I said, I'm doing research. I actually just found out about this week, and I'm trying to learn more about it. So we'll see how that works out. And I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I just don't know. I don't know enough. So my goal this year for 2020 is to learn more about myself, to try to get healthier in any mentally, physically, or whatever way I can, to get the house decluttered more, like I've been doing. I guess my goals are to keep going forward. And also, I wanted to tell you guys, if you didn't reach your goals for 2019, I'm not going to say, you got 3 weeks left. I'm not going to say that, because it doesn't matter if you have 3 weeks left. If you didn't reach those goals and you can't reach them in those 3 weeks, do not feel bad about yourself. Do not get down. There's a whole new year coming. Start over. or keep going, whatever you need to do. Because our goals should not be something that harms us. They should be something that helps us. So just keep trying to reach your goals. Make sure that you don't let something that you plan cause you pain. And just keep going and do your best, because that's all we can do. And I don't know, I just don't really even know why I decided to do this video today. It just felt like something I needed to talk about. I needed to tell you guys about, because I haven't talked about my goals in a long time. I haven't talked about anything like that. And I know that the New Year's coming and everybody's going to be doing the word of the year and all these other things. But I wanted mine different. I wanted something that was not going to make me feel guilty or feel bad or feel horrible about myself, because just because you do not reach a self-imposed thing or self-imposed deadline does not mean you did wrong. It just means you need to give yourself more time. Now, if it's something that has to be done by a certain time and it's life or death, do it. But most of the goals we set for the year are not life or death. They are not something that's going to cause us those types of problems. They'll be fine. So, I want you guys to have a great day. I want you to have a great rest of the year. I want you to have a great year next year. I want you to go through your house and declutter. Go through your mind and declutter. Let go of things. Don't let things stress you out this holiday season. Be happy. Don't go into debt. Don't go into debt. We're still trying to pay off debt, which I don't talk about that much. We're paying off debt, but I just don't talk about it on here because it's not a debt channel, and I just don't know how to talk about it with you guys. But we're still going. We have not fallen backwards, and we're not using credit cards, so we're good. So just stay in your budgets, stay happy, make sure that you don't let other people ruin your holidays, and just keep going. And if you like this crazy channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you can be notified when I upload, and also leave me a comment down below. Are you making goals? Are you making New Year's resolutions? Because I think I'm just going to stick with a couple and let it go. Just stick with, keep going on the goals that I already have. I guess you could say my goals this year are to keep decluttering and to keep learning more about health. That's my goals. My words are to be intentionally focused. I don't know. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Thank you again for watching. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels and be sweet.